Namaskaram, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
Namaskaram, Mama.
Namaskaram, ma.
Namaskaram, Mama.
Namaskaram. எத்தனை மணிக்கு முடிச்சல் நேற்றுக்கு படிச்சியில் 9:30-க்கா?
ஆமா 9:30க்கு முடிச்சுட்டா. ரூம் குடுக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் 9:45க்கு. So
வாவ். ஓகே ஓகே. ஓ गजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तम् उपास्महे श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपारकरुणासिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहं। परित्यज्य मौनं वटादस्थितं च व्रजन् भारतस्य प्रदेशात् प्रदेशं मधुस्यन्ति वाचा जनान् धर्ममार्गे नहिं श्रीजयेन्द्रोर्गुरुर्बाधिचित्ते। नमामि शङ्करान्वाख्य विजयेन्द्र सरस्वतीं श्रीगुरुं शिष्टमार्गान् संज्ञानं षण्मतिप्रदम् अस्मत् श्रीगुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ विश्वकारणनेत्राढ्यां श्रीमत्त्रिपुरसुन्दरीं बन्धकासुरसंहर्त्रीं कामाक्षीं तामहं भजे। Om. We are now doing what? 44 one, yeah? करलग्नमृगकरीन्द्रभङ्गो घनशार्दूलविकण्डनोत्तजन्तुः गिरीशो विशदाकृतिश्च चेतकुहरे पञ्चमुखोऽशिमे कुतोभिः। करलग्नमृगः करीन्द्रभङ्गो घनशार्दूलविकण्डनोत्तजन्तुः गिरीशो विषादाकृतिश्च चेतकुहरे पञ्चमुखोऽस्ति मे कुतोभिः। In one of the previous verses, I think in 40 or 41 or something like that, we saw a comparison between Shiva and moon, right? Shloka 38. प्राक्पुण्याचलमार्गदैशसुधामूर्तिप्रसन्नः शिवः सोमः सद्गुणसेवितो मृगधरः पूर्णस्तमो मोचकः चेतः पुष्करलक्षितो भवति चेत् आनन्दपादो निधिः पाबल्प्येन विजृम्भते सुमनसां वृत्तिस्तदा जायते. So that 138, that was some kind of a comparison between the moon and on Shiva using the same set of words. So similarly here he is doing a comparison between Shiva and a lion. So but using the same set of words. So if you look at the same set of words and consider it as a lion. So Karalagna Mrugah, Karalagna Mrugah. So mriga means the deer. So when the lion kills a deer and holds the deer in his hand, so kara lagna mrigaha. So if you, on the other hand, if it is Shiva, we all know that Shiva had got a deer in his hand. So the deer is supposed to be the bhakta. So he is always holding the bhakta in his hand. So kara lagna mrigaha. So both the Shiva and the lion are holding a deer in their hand. Okay, that is the first comparison. Then Karindra Bango. Bango means to kill, to destroy. So Bango. Kari means elephant. Karindra means the king of the elephants. So in the case of Shiva, he went to fight with the Gajamukasura, and he fought that war with Gajamukasura and killed him. So he is the Karindra Bango. And in the case of the lion, the Karindra is he is the enemy of the lion. So that's why they say for the elephant, Simha Swapnam. Simha Swapnam is even when the elephant even thinks of this lion in its dreams also, the elephant gets scared. So the elephant in this way, Karindra Bango. So the killer of the fiercest elephant also. That is the lion. So comparison between lion and Shiva in this case is Karindra Bango, and in the case of Shiva it is Gajamukasura Samharam. Therefore, there's a comparison between both of them using the same set of words. The third one is Gana Shardhula Vikandaha. Shardula means tiger. So Shardula. So Shardula. Gana Shardula means very big Shardula. So big tiger. Gana Shardula Vikandaha. Vikandaha, once again, Vikandana. Vikandana means also to kill, to destroy. So Gana Shardula Vikandana. So he killed the lion kills the tiger and establishes it as itself as the king of the forest. So Shardula Vikandana. In the case of Shiva, we have Vyagra Charma Uttariya. So when we say Rudram, we say Vyagra Charma Uttariya Varendyam Abhay Pradam, like that. So Vyagra means tiger. So the killer of the Vyagra, here Vyagra Asura, so Vyagrasura. So he killed Vyagrasura and took his skin and used the skin as the his seat or his dress. So Vyagra Charma Uttariyam. Uttariyam, Charma means skin. Uttariyam means to wear it as a upper garment. So when we say Rudram, we say Vyagra Charma Uttariyam cha Varenyam Pradam Kamandal Vashu Sutranam Dharanam Shulapaninam Jwalantam Pinkala Jadashikha Madhyodadaranam Vrishaskhanda Samarudam Uma Dehardadaranam, like that. So Vyagra Charma Uttariyam. So that is so killer of the Vyagrasura. And then in Chidambaram, when the Sadashiva Nataraja, the Vyagrasura is supposed to be under his feet as one of the devotees of Puli Patanjali. So that Vyagrasura, so Vyagra, so Gana Shardhula Vikandanaha. Then Astajandu Vikandanaha. Astajandu means all in the previous poem, previous verse, we saw a similar word Astajandu, where is that Astadevo. So we would have seen where is that? No, immediately trace it. Okay. Okay, here. Nalam va sukurdeva deva bhavat tas sheva nitirva nadihi puja va smaranam katashravanam apyalokanam hadrusham swamin astara devathan asuran asai ayasina kim labhyate astara. So here there is asta jantu. Asta means remaining, all other miscellaneous. So every other remaining animal in the forest, the tiger, the lion kills. In the same way, in the case of Parameshwara, every living being which takes birth eventually gets absorbed back into the Shiva as the representation of Brahman. So laya sthiti, so srishti sthiti laya karya karna. So the laya karanam is what? The death. After the death of the people, they all go back to Shiva, and therefore Asta Jantu Vikandana. So that is why he is Rudra. the killer and the protector of everybody. So that is the comparison in the case of the remaining creatures. So Karalagna Mrigaha, Karindra Bangaha, Ganashardula Vikandanaha, Astajantu Vikandanaha. So all of them are applicable both to Parameshwara and to the line. The next line, Girisho. Girisho in Rudramsha, we have one of the words Girishayanama. Girishayanama. Girishayanama means the one who is seated in the mountain. So he, Parameshwara, is supposed to be seated in Kailasha Parvata. So he is a Girisha. He is seated on a mountain. In the case of lion also, this lion sits in the cave in the top of the hill. So in the Tamil verse Thiruppavi, we have this month it is particularly relevant. Mari Malai Mel Marindirkum say, so that lion which is sitting on top of the mountain. So that is so that lions are supposed to live on top of the mountain. So Girisha. Then Vishada Akritisha. Vishada means has several meanings. It is Vishada means bright, Vishada means brilliant, Vishada means very enchanting, Vishada means very big. Whichever way you put, all those adjectives are applicable to the line. So it is frightening. It is on its own very capturing to look at. So Vishada Akriti. In the same way, Parameshwara also. He has got a brilliant appearance. So he is also got the Vishada Akriti. So Girisho Vishada Akritischa Cheta Kuhare. Cheta means mind. Kuhare means the cave. So Kuhare. So the lion lives in the cave. And in the case of the devotee, the Parameshwara lives in the cave of his heart. So that is why Cheta Kuhare. Cheta means the mind. So Cheta Kuhare, in the devotee's mind, Parameshwara resides, which is a cave. So Yatrabi Tatranga Ganam Vahanam. Like that we say in the when we say the Karmanana Prajayadanena Tyake Naike Amrtatva Manasu. So like that there is a set of verses in the Mahanarayana Upanishad, and it establishes that the ultimate the Parabrahman resides in the hearts of the living beings in the form of a in like a cave in the deepest form of the deepest location of the heart. So tatrabi tatranga ganam vadho tasmin yanuvad that upasitavayam, that God who resides within the deepest cave of the heart, to that God we pay our worship. So that is what the Narayana Upanishad says. So the Chetak Gohare Panchamukhosthi. So when the Shiva is supposed to have Panchamukham. Panchamukham means there are two ways you can say. I will explain that. The word Pancha. Panchamukha in the case of Shiva, he is supposed to have five faces. The five faces, Devesha, Sadhyojatam, Vamadevam, Agoram, Tatpurusham, Ishanam, Mahadevam. So there are the five different faces the Parameshwara has got. So we say they Vande Panchamam Ishwarasya Vadanam Kavyapi Tejo Mayam. Like that, there is as part of the Rudram, we pray Vande Panchamam Visha Vadanam. So we say that he has got five faces. The names of the five faces, as I told you, Sadyajadam, Mamadevam, like Tatpurusham, Ishanam, like that. So those names are applicable to those five faces. So that way, the Panchamukham is applicable to Parameshwara. And in the case of tiger, what is Panchamukham? So in Tamil, the vessel that we use for doing Sandhyavandanam and all, it is called Panchapatram. Panchapatram means a vessel which has got a broad mouth on the top. So it's narrow at the bottom, it's broader at the top. That is why it's called Panchapatram. Panchapatram means the one which has got a wide mouth. So in the case of the lion, he has got a panchamukam because he has got a very wide mouth. And that wide mouth is to be able to swallow a very big animal also. Therefore, panchamukha. So panchamukhosti, me kutobihi. So in my heart, the Parameshwara, who has got all these attitudes, all objectives, he is there. So why should I be afraid, Kutobi? So I have no fear at all because this Parameshwara is staying in my heart. So in the case of this line, so if the line is with you, you don't have anything to worry about. Therefore, he says that the line is always beside me, so I have nothing to worry about. So Karalagna Mrgaha, Karindra Bango, Ganasardula Vikandana, Astajandu Vikandana, Girisho, Visada Akritisha, Panchamukhosti, Che me kuhare, me chetak kuhare, Kuto biti, Kuto bi is biti. So Kuto biti, so biti, so be by itself is a sense yes, fear. So Bishat, so Kuto be Karalagnaman Kadinda Banko, Yanashardula Vikandanosta Janduhu, Girisho Visada Krist Chetak Kuhare, Panchamakoscha me Kuto be should last set of verses, last line should be rearranged as me chetak kuhare astu. So for that reason, kuto bihi. Why should I be afraid of anything? So that is this verse 44. Okay. Karalagnamarga karindra bango kanashaddola vikandanotta janduhu girisho vichada krista chetak kuhare yanchamukosti me kuto bihi. This is written in a slightly different meter. So I will anyway send you the chanting practice so you can practice it later. Okay. So let's move on to verse 45. 45 is uh, here he is praying that he is requesting the Parmeshwara to come and stay in his heart. So here his heart becomes some kind of a cage in which a bird can come and reside. So Chandasha Krichagan Vidai Dvijare Samsevithe Shashwate Saukyapadinike Bedini सुदासारैर्फलैर्दीपिते चेतपक्षिशिखामणि चेतपक्षिशिखामणित्यजवृथा सञ्चारमञ्जैङ्गलम् नित्यं शङ्करपादपद्मयुगली नीदे विहारं कुरु छन्द शाखि शिखा अन्विते छन्दः शाखि शिखान्विते द्विजवरै संसेविते Dvijavarrai samsevite shashvate. So three attributes here. Chandashaka shika anvite. Number one. Dvijavarai samsevite. Number two. Number three. Shashvate. Then Saukhyapadini. Saukhyapadini. Fourth attitude. Kheda bedini. Fifth attribute. Then Sudasarir Palair Deepite, that is the Deepite, that is the sixth attribute. So, what are each one of these attributes? We will say, okay. Cheta Pakshishikhamani. Cheta, I already explained to you. Cheta means the mind. Cheta Pakshishikhamani. Pakshi is bird. So my mind, which is like a bird. Sorry, so the comparison is slightly different than what I thought. So Cheta Pakshishikhamani. My mind is equated to a bird now. So Cheta Pakshishikhamani. Cheta Pakshishikhamani. So this mind, so it requires an abode. So the bird is looking for an abode. So what if for it, it should be a nice, good place to stay. And what kind of place that the bird is seeking? The bird, it has to be what? It has to be a secure place. It has to have enjoyable company wherever you live. Like you are all seeking friends. So a very secure place which has a lot of enjoyable company with whom you can spend your time. And then there we should have all kinds of living comforts. So, when we need food, we should get food. When we need water, we should get water, and all kinds of comforts and that were required for comfortable living. You need to be able to get without any difficulty. And then it should be a place where you can settle permanently and live. So, security, safety. Just give me a minute, okay? So it should be a secure place. So security, safety, then living comforts, and say where you can stay for a long time permanently. And last of all, it might either you must be completely protected against all possible difficulties. So such a place is what we all live, what we all seek, right? So we are looking for a good place where you can have a lot of friends, you can find all the facilities, you can easily go to office, all kinds of stuff. Similarly, the bird also seeks a place which has got all these attributes. And in order to find how does it find its attributes? So Shankara says the best place then is to have the lotus feet of Padaravindam of Parameshwara. So that is the only place which has got all these attributes, and he explains those. The one as so Nityam Shankara Pada Padma Yugali Nide Viharam Kuru. Nityam, always Shankara Parameshwara Pada Padma. So the lotus feet of Padma Yugale, the two lotus feet of Parameshwara, Pada Padma Yugale Nide Viharam Kuru. Permanently you go and stay there. So then you will realize that that place which is Parameshwara Padharavindam has got all these attributes, that all these things that you are looking for. Therefore, hey bird of my mind, my mind, which is like a bird, to you I am advising you go and stay there at the feet of Parameshwara, or in a very simple direct way, I would like to be always spending my time at the feet of Parameshwara. So how does it? So what are the attributes? Chanda, Shaka, Shikha, Anvithai, Shaka. So we say that Vedas have got several shakas. So several shakas means several branches. So Chanda is the Vedas. So Chanda, Shaka, Shikha, Anvithai. Shikha is what is the antam of Veda? The Upanishads. So the Upanishads are supposed are like the crust of the Vedas. The essence of teachings of Vedas are found in the Upanishads. Therefore, they are like the Murdha or the Shikha of the Vedas. So, Chanda, Shaka, Shikha, and Vithe. So, that tree, which is the Parameswara's feet, it has got several branches and several high places where the birds can stay permanently. The bird of my mind can stay permanently. So Chanda, Shaka, Shikha, and Vite. The second one, Dvijava. So for security aspect is taken care of. Then Dvijavarai Samsevite. Dvijavarai means Brahmins, right? So in this case, the rishis, the learned poets, or of the learned devotees. So Dvijavaraihi Samsevite. So they are all sitting there and they are worshipping Parameshwara. So you have huge company there at the feet of Parameshwara. So in the Dakshinamurti Stotram we say Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishthante Vasatrishiganai Avrutai. So Varshishta and Varshishthanta Vasat Rishiganaihi Avrutaihi. So it's surrounded by all kinds of rishis. Well, they are all will not some ordinary rishis. Varshishtas. Varshishtas means several decades of education, several decades of contemplation on Parameshwara. So Varshishta Antevasiha. Varshishta Antevasis mean they are all at the Antevasi is the one who is staying with the Guru at all times. So Varshishta Antevasat Rishiganaihi Savritaihi. So that's how we pray to Dakshinamurti. So they are all at the feet of Parameshwara at all times. So when myself as a devotee, if I am blessed to stay at the feet of Parameshwara, then no doubt I have got very interesting, very learned company to bless me at all times. So Chandasaka Shika and Brate Dujavarai Samsevite. Then third one is Shashwate. So Shiva is the, no destruction. He is permanent. Therefore, where if I choose his feet as my abode, I am assured that the place will be permanent. So no worry at all. So Chandashaka Shikha Anvite, Dujavarai Samshevite, Shashwate, then Saukya Apadini. Saukya Apadini means what is the duty of Parameshwara as the Pasupati, the father of all the living creatures? He is the one responsible to take care of the entire world. Therefore, he will automatically provide all the Saukyas, Apadini, the provider of the Saukyas that the people, all living beings need. Therefore, that the Saukyam, the comfort is also assured. So, Saukya Apadini, Kheda Bedini. Kheda means all the difficulties. So, we already saw the Duritha Nivardhanam, right? So all kinds of difficulties, all kinds of sins, all kind of any kind of bad things that you have enduring in life, they are removed by Parameshwara. Therefore, he is the Keda Bedini. So no more difficulties from any source for you, but that Shiva will take care. So Chandashaka Shikha Anvite, Dujavarai Samsevite, Shashwate, Saukya Apadini, Keda Bedini, and on top of all of this, Sudhasarai Palai Deepite. Sudhasara means Sudha is Amritam. So Sudhasara means Amrit is the essence of Amritam. That is the beautiful. So Amritam. So Sudhasare means the essence of Amritam itself is the nectar. The essence of nectar, if it is given to you in the form of a fruit, so it is that you will. What else do you need? Sudhasarai Palai, Deepite. Deepite means it is shining like the fruit of the Amritam. So Sudasari Palay Dipite. So Sudasari. So in Saundara Lahari we have a verse with right. Sudasare Sudadare Charni Charana Yugandair Vigalitai Prapancham Sinchanti. So Ambal is taking care of the whole world, like what so the amritam that flows from the feet of Ambar, that takes care of the entire world. Sudasare Sadasare Sharanayugala Antar Vigalitai. From out of the 2 feet of Parambar, the Amritam is flowing to the entire world. Prabhanjam Sinchanti. Sinchanti means to protect, to take you to irrigate. So she is irrigating the whole world with the water. The water is the amritam that flows out of her feet. So Sudha Sarai Dharai, Sudha Dhara Sarai, Charana Yugala Antarvidaihi, Prapancham Sinchanti. So that is how Adi Shankara describes the how Ambal takes care of the whole world. In the same way, in the case of Parameshwara also, the Sudhasarai Palai Deepite. Then all this are the attributes of Parameshwara's feet. What are the attributes? So Chandashaka Anvite, Dujavari Samsevite, Shashwate, Saukya Apadini, Kedabedini, Sudasare Bhalai Depite. What else do you want? This is the best possible about that you can think of. Therefore, hey, my mind, okay, which is like a bird, which is seeking a secure place for you to for staying. So, Cheta Pakshishikhamani. So, this is my request to you. Go and the don't go here and there. No need to search for any place. Just think of Parameshwara. So, Tyaja, give up what? Give up. Vritha, samsara, sanchara, saukhe, sanchara, manye, sanchara, manye, alam. So, no need to go and search here and there. So, Vritha, why do you waste your time? Vritha, waste your time in what? Sanchara, in search of some other place for you to stay. Vritha Sancharam Anyai Alam. Sancharam Anyaihi Alam. So there's some other place. So you don't keep on looking for a place, this condo or that condo or whatever condo you're looking for. Give up all those searches. You because there is this huge beautiful abode which is Parameshwara's 2 feet, which has got all the requirements that you are looking for, and therefore which is Nityam Shankara Pada Padma Yugali Nide Viharam Kuru. So all you can without any trouble, you can stay there. Nityam you permanently Viharam Kuru. So you can stay there and you can enjoy life. That's Adi Shankara's advice to his heart. Okay, so Chandasha Kishikan Vithai Dujavarai Chandasha Kishikan Vithai Dujavarai Samshevite Shashwate Saukhyapadini Kedabedini Sudasharai Phale Deepite Chetapakshishikhamane. So, because of all this, Vritha Sancharam Anyairalam Tyaja Vritha Sancharam Anyai Alam Tyaja. Give up the search of other for place other in other places and then finally Nityam Shankara Pada Padma Yuguli Nide Viharam Kuru. So you just stay there and you Nide means the cage, the what do you call it? Your nest. So need it. So the nest you choose the Shiva's feet as your nest and just stay there. That is his advice to the bird, which is his heart. Okay, so that is that poem. छन्दश्चात् किशिकान्विते द्विजवरैः संसेविते शाश्वते सौख्यापादिनिकेतवेदिनि सुदासारैर्फलैर्दीपिते चेतः पक्षिशिखामणित्यजवृतः सञ्चारमन्यैरलम् नित्ये शङ्करपादपद्मयुगलिनीरे विहारं कुरु. So that is the next one. We'll do one more today. Because somebody called just now. आकीर्णे नकराजिकान्तिविभवैः यद्यस्सुधा वैभवैः आद्ये आद्ये स आदौ ते विजपद्वरागललिते हंसव्रजेराश्रिते नित्यं भक्तिवधू वधूगणैश्च रहसि स्वेच्छाविहारं कुरु स्थित्वा मानसराजहंस गिरिजानाथाग्रिसौधान्तरे. So in the previous one, what did he say? He described the various attributes of the greatness of Parameshwar's feet, and so he said that hey, my heart, which is like a bird, you can establish your nest there. In the next one here, the Parameshwara's feet is compared to some kind of a huge palace. Okay, and then he say what are all the great what can you find in that palace. So he once again advises his mind to go and stay there. So how does he speak to his mind here? You will find that he say hum, What is it? Manasa Rajahamsa. Manasa Rajahamsa. Hey, my mind, which is like a swan. So the bird. So Manasa Rajahamsa Girijanatha Girijanatha Angri Sauda Antare Kustitva. So Manasa Rajahamsa Girijanatha Angri Sauda Antare Stitha. So you go and stay, which is at Parameshwara's feet, which is like the penthouse. So everybody wants a penthouse, right? So like the penthouse with all great facilities. There you can go and stay. So that is the next verse. Kirne nagaraja ganti vibhavi udyasudha vai bhavai आदौ तेऽपि च पद्मरागललिते हंसैव्रजैराश्रिते नित्यं भक्तिवदो गणैश्चरहसि स्वेच्छाविहारं कुरु स्थित्वा मानसराजहंस गिरिजानाथाङ्घ्रिसौधान्तरे. So here what is the Manasa Rajahamsa? Manasa Rajahamsa, hey swan which of my mind, Manasa Rajahamsa, Girijanatha Angri, Sauda Antare, Stitva, so Viharam Kuru. You spend the rest of your life, which is once again staying at the feet of Parameshwara. So what is the attribute of what are the various attributes of that penthouse, which is the ultimate place of ultimate palace that one can choose for one as one's abode. They are described here. Nakaraji Kanti Vaibhavai. So some of you had previously attended the Padaravinda sloka, Satakam slokas with me. So you might remember in the Padaravinda Satakam repeatedly he keeps on comparing Ambal's feet with two or three colors. So the permanently he talks about the shining bright white nails of a Nakam. So the bright white nails, they are either compared to what moon, they are compared to white flowers, they are compared to everything, the foam that comes out of the water in the oceans. So various things which are having brilliant white color, and they are which have brilliant shine. So that is the nails. Those are the nails of Ambar. And then the feet is everlasting brightness, which is compared to the red color, like a hibiscus flower, like a early morning sun, like anything which emits brilliant red color. That is the color of Ambal's feet. So the red color feet and the white color nails. Every single verse of Father with the Sadakam, you can see that comparison. Those similar verses are perhaps he took those ideas from Adi Shankara, or you'll see the same similar comparison here. Naka Raji Kanti Vibhavaihi. So brilliant shining, which is coming out of the nails of the 10 toes of Parameshwara. So Nakaraji Kanti Vibhavaihi. Kanti is the shine. Vibhavaihi means brilliant looking. So the brilliant shine that comes out of the nails of the toes. Akirne, full of. So Nakaraja Kanti Vibhavaihi Akirne. That is the first one. Then Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi. Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi means where that Sudha means Samardhams, right? So the who is sitting on the top of Parameshwara, on the head of Parameshwara? The moon. So the moonlight, what is the color of the moonlight? It is white, brilliant white. So from where? So the light is coming out of Parameshwara's head with the moon in Parameshwara's head. So Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi Adaute. Adaute means it is like immersing everywhere with its white light. So Buddha Nakaraji Kanti Vibhavaihi Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi Akirne. So that is we have said. Then The Abhicha Padmaraga Lalite. Padmaraga Lalite. Padmaraga Lalite means what? Padmaraga means Padma means lotus, right? So Raga means color. The color of the lotus is Padmaragam. So that is why the red color stone is called Padmaragam. So Padmaraga Lalite, beautiful red color that comes out of the Padma lotus, similar color, with the color of the feet of Parameshwara. So Padmaraga Lalite, Hamsa Hamsavrajaihi. Hamsavrajaihi means the word Hamsa is one like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Also, Adi Shankara is a Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa means they are fully realized people who have Hamsa. The word Hamsa is sometimes said to equal to the swan. The Hamsa is also Aham Saha. So Aham is myself, Saha is God. So Hamsaha, Hamsaha, Ahamsaha, 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 Hamsaha becomes Hamsa. So Hamsa Soham, Soham Hamsaha, Hamsa Soham, Soham Hamsa. So that is the prayer of all the Paramahamsas, the ones who are realized. They are realizing what? That this is that our myself is God. Aham Brahma Asmi. Therefore, Aham Saha, Saha Aham. So Aham Soham, Soham Hamsaha. So whoever is saying like this, whoever has realized like this, they are all sitting there at the feet of Parameshwara. So Hamsavrajaihi Ashrite. Who is he advising? He is advising a Hamsa, which is his heart, right? So when the what does the Hamsa need? It requires a lot of companies of other swans also. So those other swans are to be found at the feet of Parameshwara because they are Hamsa Vrajeshi or Hamsa Vrajeshi. Like I said, among the Vashishtante Vasatrishigana Yavrtham, right? So that those rishis are there at the feet of Parameshwara. Therefore, Hamsa Vrajai Avrate. So Hamsa Ashrite. So now नकराजिकान्ति विभवै उद्यत्सुधा वै नकराजिकान्ति विभवै आकीर्णे उद्यत्सुधा वैभवै आदौ ते अपि च पद्मरागललिते हंसव्रजै आश्रिते. So it's a brilliant place, very shiny place, and there are enough company for the swan to spend its time. So then, for these reasons, Nityam Bhakti Vadu Ganesha. So sorry, there's one more thing. The Bhakti Vadu Ganesha. So Nityam Bhakti Vadu Ganesha Maragasi. So on the one hand, you have got Hamsa Brajas, all the other swans. In addition to that, you have lots of ladies there. Who are the ladies? Nityam Bhakti Vadu. Nityam Bhakti. Bhakti Vadu Ganesha Rahasi. Bhaktivad means what? Full of some people who are full of devotion. So lots of devotees are there. So sorry. So Bhakti Vadu Ganesha. Vadu means the Bhakti is equated to the women. So Bhakti Vadu Ganesha Swa Icha Viharam Kuru. As you like, nobody is going to trouble you. You've got great company. You got these ladies who are all, where nothing but the devotion. And Hamsavadu, so the other swans who are nobody other than the rishis. So you've got great company. All of them are, similar to you. Therefore, you have so Girijanath, Shiva, Girijanath and Grishida, Sauda Antare in that palace. Sauda Antare, Sauda, so Apavarga, Sauda Valabi, mean like that we have heard that in Arya Satakam. Apavargam is Swargam, Saudam is the penthouse of the Swargam, right? So Apavarga, Sauda Valabi. So here he is saying Girijanath and Grisauda in that penthouse of Parmeshwara's feet, Antare, Umajantare, Stitva, Chantare Stitva, Svecha Viharam Kuru. Stay there comfortably. That's a great place when there's no other better place that you can think of. So, Nakarajikanti Vibhavai Akirne, Udyatsuda Vaibhavai Adhaute, Padmaraga Lalithe, the Hamsabrajai Ashrite. So it's a beautiful palace, stone-studded palace with lots of chandeliers and brilliant things to attract you. And then you have got great company of other swans and also the women folk like the Bhakti. And in this penthouse, you stay for the rest of your life, and please spend your time as you wish. So, Akite Nakarajikanti Vaibhavaihi Udyatsuda Vaibhavai Adauthe Padmaraga Lalite Hamsavrajai Asrite Bhakti Vado Ganesha, no, Bhakti Vado Ganesha Rahasi, Swecha Viharam Kuru, Swa Icha Viharam Kuru. Spend your time as you please. Where is this place? Where this place is Girijanatha Angri Sauda Antare. So Stitwa, you can spend the time. That's what this point. Okay. Akirne Nakarajakanti Vibhavai उद्यत्सुधा वैभवैः आदौ तेऽपि च पद्मरागललिते हंसव्रजैराश्रिते नित्यं भक्तिवदो गणैश्च रहसि स्वेच्छाविहारं कुरु स्थित्वा मानसराजहंस गिरिजानाथाङ्घ्रिसौधान्तरे. So that is the next shloka 46. And we'll just read the 47 and then continue in the next class. In the 47th verse, he is equating the mind to a garden, So I'll explain it in detail in the next class. It goes like that. So what happens in the garden when the springtime comes? The trees are full of bloom. It's very very pleasant everywhere, and all the noble attributes in the mind of the devotee, they spring like flowers. So in Bhagavad Gita, there's a verse, so in chapter 16, I think, they describe all the noble attributes that the devotion to Krishna, and the devotion to Krishna, it brings about. It brings out. I mean, everybody is noble for that matter. Only thing is because of the like Adi Shankara says in one of the earliest slokas, the company of the person and these vasanas that one he has, they spoil, they kind of suppress the noble attributes, and all the evil attributes come out of the person. So as long as once the association changes and the environment changes, then all the noble attributes come out. So what they for three in three slokas, the Krishna Bhagavad Gita, they declare what are the noble attributes. Abhayam sattvasam suddhi jnana yoga vyavastitihi dhanam tamascha yajnascha swadhyayasya arjavam. Then अहिंसा सत्यम अक्रोध त्यागः शांतिः अभयशुनं दया भूतेष्वलोलुप्त्वं मार्दवं ह्रीरच ह्रीरच अपलं ह्रीरच ह्रीर चपलं देन् तेजः क्षमा धृतिः शौचम् अद्रोहो नाभिमानिता Bhavanti Sampadam Devim Abhijatasya Bharata. So I will explain each one of them in the next class. All these noble attributes are all very called inside everybody, and then the devotion makes them bloom as flowers, as when by due to constant practice. So the mind is therefore like a garden full of flowery trees Only thing is it requires appropriate nurturing and appropriate environment. So that is what the next sloka 47 will explain, and we will see it in detail in the next class. Shambhodhyana vasanga shangani hridha Shambhodhyaya vasanga shangini hridha rame dijinauchadha prastha bhakti lathanchada vighalita punya pravala srita दीप्यन्ते गुणघोरखा च पवच पुष्पाणि सद्वासना ज्ञानानन्दसुधामरन्दलहरी संवित्फलभ्युन् संवित्फलाभ्युन्नतिः so which is the one Shambhodhyana Vasanta Sangini. Shambhu is Parameshwara, the one who is devoted to Parameshwara. Shambhodhyana Vasanta, the springtime. Shangini is the mind which is now having been attracted by Parameshwara and has been influenced by the devotion to Parameshwara. It starts flowering with all these noble attributes. Shambhodhyana Vasanta Sangini Samvit Padapyunnatihi. So it is now bringing out all the noble flowers which are in the minds, which are otherwise hidden in the minds of the devotee. That's what he will explain, which you will see it in the next class. Okay. And I will update the chanting up to verse 50 and I will circulate it over the next few days. Okay. Next week, we will see how many people are able to attend the class. And according to that, we will have the class. Otherwise, we will do it in the new year. Okay. Namaskaram. See you then. Bye.
Thank you, Mama.
Namaskaram, Mama. Thank you.
Bye.
Namaskaram, sir.
Bye.